Hello friends. In today's class, we are going to talk about how to access non-local variable by using dynamic scoping rule. Welcome again, and here we are discussing this dynamic scoping example. So I have not changed this previous question. I have taken the same question, and the blocking or the block structure is this is the block for still for P. This is the block for Q. More precisely, if you say in this way, block for Q, block for P, and this is my driver function, that is main. So when you say A equal to 1 and B equal to 2, and here the place is called, and directly here we can say that it will refer, okay, directly to refer to the global variable because there is no other variable can be present. So driver function main is called from this entire outside and refer to the global variable. So we can say that at some instance static and dynamic work in the same way. So now AG is assigned with the value 1 and B global assigned with the value 2. Then we call Q and we come to Q, and there is a local A and B. So A local and B local. And then we call P, and in P we have A equal to 5, B equal to 10. Now as I told you that these two variables are basically the variable that is called non-local variable. And in non-local variable, we need to search the definition of that variable. Okay, so now here the dynamic scoping says what? Dynamic scoping says that dynamic scoping rule is very simple, that in dynamic scoping, that if undeclared, undefined, if undeclared, which is a non-local, undeclared, undefined variable occurs, then definition of the variable, definition of that variable searched in the place from where the function has been called. Function is being called. So the meaning of this statement is right now there is a local non-local name, and I'll just want to say where A and B. So A is A and B, this is part of P, and P is called from Q. So we will search in Q. Okay, so we'll search Q. Now if there is no A and B present in Q, then Q is called from this main body or driver function. In that case we'll search main. In that case we will search main. But here that is not required, and right now we have this Q, A and B is present. Okay, and here this A and B is which A and B? This is not global one, it is local. So AL will be assigned with the value 5 and BL will be assigned with the value 10. Okay, so here local, this local will be assigned. A function will return from here to here, and it will return from here to here, and then it will say write A and B. So A and B is look, it's still refer to the global value. So AG remain what as 1 and BG remain what as 2. So AG will be 1 and BG will be 2, and that is the answer. And now you can feel the difference that the printing value was in previous case in lexical scoping. This is the answer in case of dynamic scoping, that in dynamic scoping answer is printing value will be 1 and 2, but in static scoping, okay, in static scoping the value printed here will be A will be equal to 1 static scoping. Okay, so in static scoping the global variable changes, so A will be equal to 5 and B is equal to 10. So this value are differ, that is a different from the previous cases. So that's all for this discussion, and I hope I'm clear with the both the static and the dynamic scoping. Thank you.